Welcome back to the channel, Reason Through Time, the companion piece to the podcast, Reason Through Time. Keeping with yesterday's theme, which I talked about fables, because I wanted to read a book that was lighthearted. You know, after reading Ordinary Men, it's like, what will be a good fictional book to read? And Fables was the one that I've been reading. But in between books, like whenever I let's just say I'm reading, for example, Ordinary Men, or I'm reading The History of Madness, whatever book it may be, I usually will read smaller books in between the big novel type books. And so the one I've been having fun with is, and I know this is, I only have 3 of them, but it's the Ragnarok series, all right? So if you're into anime, or I think it's what, manga, which is, for some reason, that word I always have a hard, there's certain words in the English vocabulary that I have a hard time saying for whatever the reason, and that's one of them. I don't know why. But anyways, if you're looking for a good book, a good comic book, I guess manga series to pick up, that would be Ragnarok. Record of Ragnarok. And so far I read 3 of them. I have another one coming in. I got the 4th one coming in. I believe this month, the 4th one's coming. I just ordered it. I'm taking my time. I'm taking my sweet time. So I'm not trying to get the series all at once. Excuse me. I believe this is on Netflix, right? I believe this story is on Netflix. Is it? I believe so. But I'm not gonna see it. I'm not saying that it's not gonna be good, but maybe after I'm finished with all the books, maybe I'll go see it. Cause I believe most of the books are already out, right? I'm not too sure, but I know that the series is more than 6, 7, 8, 10 books. I think it's a lot of them. I'm only on 3. But anyways, let me read you the back of the story. Of the book. The gods raised up whom they would destroy. Once every millennium, the gods assemble to decide if humanity is worthy of its continued existence, or if it should be destroyed. When the verdict is destruction, the final battle between the gods and mortal heroes will decide the survival of extinction of the human race, a battle known as Ragnarok. So I just that alone, I just love the fact that they've taken the mythology of Norse mythology of the whole, Ragnarok, and Odin is trying to stop Ragnarok from even happening, and they kind of switched it up, and this is what Ragnarok is. And then, well, let me continue with the back piece. The Valkyrie, Brunheim, has convinced the gods to give humanity a chance of redemption through combat in Valhalla arena. Seeking a quick end to the proceedings, the gods present their first fighter, Thor, the Norse god of thunder. Facing him is a warrior said to be the strongest in the history of mankind, the legendary general Lu. And when I picked up this book and I saw that it was Lu, my personal, I guess for lack of a better term, my personal relationship with Lu starts off with the Nintendo game Romance of 3 Kingdoms, which is, I think Lu is one of the characters that you control in a party, because it's one of those RPG games where you build a party, and it'll be like 3 people, and you can switch them up. You guys know what I'm talking about. Where the fighting style is, you take turns to fight. You stand, it'll be 3 here, and then you pick. Okay, you defend or you attack. So Lu was one of those characters within the game of Romance of 3 Kingdoms, which is a phenomenal game. It's a game that I wish they could come back out. They do have it in the PlayStation Store, but I'm speaking in terms of the Nintendo version. That original version is awesome. I fucking love that game. But yeah, so I just love the fact that the whole story is basically we were supposed to really be dead. Like the gods were supposed to be like just destroy us. They made their mind up like, okay, our verdict is let's get the humans out of here. They are worthless. And because of the Valkyrie, Brunhild, she obviously I don't want to give anything away, obviously. So I won't say the reasons for why she has humanity's back. But because of her, she basically like, nah, let's give them a chance. You know what I mean? Let's give them a chance. And the gods, obviously, they're so arrogant. To them, they just like, oh, we gods. Like, fuck it, let's just have some fun while we destroy humanity. You know, you might as well do it. So I just love the fact that you go into a god fighting human characters that are real in our history. So that's the fucking dope part about it. Because you get introduced like one of the opponents. Again, I'm not really giving anything away because you will, as you read the first book, you kind of figure out who the opponents that they already have in mind to fight the gods. So one of the opponents is Jack the Ripper. So you have real famous, you know, people from our history that exist, that or existed at one point, and they're the ones that are going to be used to fight the gods. And there's all types of gods. There's every Hindu gods, or you name it. You know, the gods are there, and you see them in the stadium, and you see the stadium is filled with gods on one side, and then the humans on the one side, and they cheering and everything, and then the battles are intense. I love the fucking battles. And again, just like with yesterday with the Fables book, if you're into art, then obviously you're going to love this. You're going to love the art. Let's see, because I think I have this one here. Is it this one? Or is it the other one? I know it's one of these books with it's like one whole page. But anyways, let me just give an example. So these are the artwork that you will get in the book. And it's funny too though, because it's one of those, like there's certain, just like with Fables, like as you're going through the story, there's certain things that happen and it makes you chuckle, it makes you laugh. So this is also one of those books, like how the characters talk to each other. Like there's certain moments where you just laugh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I like about it too, because in the beginning of the book, they show you how you're supposed to read this, because obviously this is manga, so you're reading it. We usually in America read this way from left to right, but over there is right to left. So you read from this way. So you're reading this way. Sometimes as you're going along the way, you kind of get confused sometimes because you're so used to reading one certain direction. But you get used to it obviously by the third book. You get used to it. And so I believe I'm on the third book. I think so far humanity has won none. I think so far we've lost every battle. Lubu lost. I don't want to give away the other two characters that are going to be fighting, but thus far from the 3 books I've read so far, I believe we are 2-0. I think we are 2-0 in the Ragnarok battle. Yeah, and the other thing, I just love their own version of the powers that the individuals bring, you know, and just basically how they just put that all together. It's just a dope ass book. And to tell you the truth, I don't even know how I found this book. Really, I'm gonna be honest. 99% of the books that I've read, I say 99 because there's only one book thus far that I picked up that I hate, which is Wicked Lies. Fucking hate that story. I hate the story. I hate the writing. It's a horrible written book. But I read it all the way through, and it's So that's like the one book I can say that I picked up that I did not like. Every other book I always enjoy. There's never a book that I pick up that I'm like, oh my goodness, a fucking no. Except for that one, obviously. But I'm surprised that every time, again, right now I'm at a 99% success rate. Every time I go to a bookstore, or even if I go online and I search new books, right, or new authors or whatever like that, and I start scrolling, I always choose one that I know it's I know I'm gonna like it just by reading the synopsis of or the summary of what the story's going to be about. If it's science fiction or if it's horror or mystery, I always somehow pick the right one. Same thing when I go to Barnes and Nobles. The last time I went to Barnes and Nobles, I picked up History of Madness, and I picked up what's the other book I picked? Oh damn, I don't remember. Oh, The Children of Time, which is a 2-story book. I think it's Children of Time and Children of this Children of Destruction. I forget, but again, same thing. I went to Barnes and Nobles, picked up the book, and it's like out of all the books, I just know where to go, and I just let me see this one. Yep, this is it. I'm just lucky like that. I don't know how. And same thing happened with this series of books. I just went online, looked it up, went to Amazon, see if they had it, and I picked it up just by seeing some of the cover art, right? Seeing some of the cover art, reading what it was about, and just some of the they also, like, some of the images were images of the book inside, and just by seeing them, like, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get into it. Now, I usually don't get into manga because sometimes it's just too much. It's like, yo, dude, how many books are in this motherfucking series? 50, 100, really? God damn! Like I remember when I went to the day that I went to pick up History of Madness and Children of Time. It was One Piece. If you're into manga, you know what One Piece is. Dude, the whole shelf was just nothing but One Piece. It was 2 shelves, one on the bottom, like middle, and then the one right underneath. And I'm like, yo, look how much I gotta go spend on these books. And these things ain't cheap either. Right now, this goes for $12. So imagine 10 of these that you gotta pick up. Or like in One Piece, 20, 30 of them. Like, that's a lot. Matter of fact, let's go into the computer right quick and see what is. I like to know exactly the how many books are in One Piece. Come on, dog. Don't do this to me. I don't know what, but lately this has never happened for my computer. So I got too many files. I got probably delete or whatever. Because usually this thing is bang like that, seconds. Let's go here. Cause I believe I want to guess One Piece is probably 50 books right now. If I want to guess, it's probably 50 books. You know? So let's see how many books this one is. Well, this is number 3, this is number 2, and this is number 1. Right? All right, let's go. Let's see. Gotcha. How many One Piece there you go. How many? 103, guys. It's 103. You get what I'm saying? It's 103. I knew it was more than 50. So, because like I said, when I went that day to Barnes and Noble and I saw One Piece, it was 2 rows just with One Piece books. So there's 103 volumes. Here we go, 103. Matter of fact, let's check out Record of Ragnarok to see how many there is. Let's go here. There you go. Boom. Oh, so far, okay. Look, there isn't much. It says this Friday, March 18th, all 13 volumes of the manga Record of Ragnarok will become available on the digital manga at Mangamo, I believe. So, okay, so far it's 13 volumes, so that's not bad. So, it's good that I'm keeping, again, the next one that I'm reading is coming next week. Next week, this month. But anyways, if you guys are looking for a manga to read, a manga series to read, that is good. That it takes a little bit of all different types of guys throughout history, and also characters from human history, real life characters, and put them up together in a battle. This is the book. This is the series to pick. Again, Record of Ragnarok. Definitely give this one a chance. But anyway, guys, this one is short and sweet, straight to the point. Thank you so much. Appreciate you watching. And then definitely check out the podcast, Reason Through Time, available on all platforms. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Peace.